Most people in the UK think they know what's in a sausage, but many cheap factory-made sausages are not made from whole cuts of meat. They are not farm-style products. They are engineered food products designed for consistency, long shelf life, and cost efficiency. If your sausage feels unusually firm, bouncy, or rubbery, there's a reason for that, and it's completely legal. Today, let's look at how modern sausages are actually made, what people call meat glue, and how you can tell the difference between real meat and highly processed products. No panic, no exaggeration, just facts. There's a food enzyme called transglutaminase. It's often referred to as meat glue. This enzyme is approved for use in many countries, including the UK and the European Union. Its function is simple. It binds proteins together, allowing small pieces of meat to form a single product. In food factories, this process helps manufacturers improve consistency and reduce waste during large-scale production.
Traditional sausages are made from whole cuts of meat. These cuts naturally hold together without chemical assistance. In low-cost factory sausages, whole cuts are rarely used. Instead, manufacturers rely on meat trimmings, fat, skin, and connective tissue. These parts are mixed together rather than shaped naturally, and on their own, they don't form a stable product. To solve this, binders and enzymes are added to create a uniform texture and structure. The result is a sausage that looks smooth, firm, and identical every single time. This level of consistency is ideal for supermarkets because it improves shelf life and reduces product loss. This does not automatically make the product unsafe, but it does mean the sausage is highly processed. Now let's talk about food safety, calmly and accurately. On a whole cut of meat, bacteria usually remain on the surface, where proper cooking destroys them. In processed meats made from many small pieces, bacteria can be spread throughout the product.
This is why food safety guidelines clearly state that sausages must always be cooked all the way through. Any pink or undercooked center increases the risk of consuming live bacteria. Unlike whole cuts of meat, heat takes longer to reach the center of processed products. This risk applies to all minced or reformed meat products, not just those using enzymes. Another important issue is meat content. In the UK, a sausage only needs 42% meat to be legally sold as a sausage. The remaining percentage can include water, cereal fillers, starch, and seasoning. Binders and enzymes help retain water, improving texture and shelf life. That's why very cheap sausages often feel dense, springy, and unnaturally uniform. You're not just paying for meat, you're often paying for added water. Texture reveals more about quality than packaging ever will.
Real meat has natural variation. It breaks apart and shows visible fibers. Highly processed sausages, by contrast, appear smooth, glossy, and perfectly uniform. That firm, elastic snap you feel when biting into some sausages is not a sign of freshness. It's the result of manufacturing precision, not meat quality. Factories prefer this texture because it survives transport and large-scale handling without damage. It also extends shelf life and keeps products looking perfect on supermarket shelves for longer. For consumers, texture is one of the clearest indicators of quality. You may notice that packaging rarely mentions meat glue by name. That's because enzymes like transglutaminase are classified as processing aids. If they complete their function before the product is sold, they don't always need to be listed as ingredients.
Instead of naming meat glue directly, labels may simply use general terms like enzymes or protein binders. This approach is legal, but it doesn't always give consumers the full picture. One of the easiest indicators of sausage quality is meat percentage. Products with higher meat content are usually less processed and closer to real meat. Texture is another useful clue. Real meat feels soft and has natural give, while heavily processed sausages often feel firm, dense, or rubbery. Buying from a local butcher can offer better transparency because you can simply ask whether binders or enzymes are used. And regardless of where a sausage comes from, it should always be cooked fully.
proper cooking remains one of the most important food safety steps.
Processed sausages are not a conspiracy. They are a business decision made at industrial scale. These production methods reduce waste, lower costs, and increase profit margins. But they also reduce transparency and, in many cases, nutritional quality. This isn't about fear or panic. It's about awareness and informed decision-making. Once you understand how food is made, labels become easier to read, and marketing loses much of its influence. Better information leads to better food choices. Eat informed, not manipulated.